What is up, guys? So, we just got out of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. We're going to do a quick review of it. Any of the footage that we use of the actual movie will be from clips from the trailer. And they'll say down in this general area which trailer it is, and of course the copyright from Disney. I'm not going to use much of it because we don't want to be claimed. But all that with spoilers, you're warned right after this. So, just overall general opinion. Good movie, bad movie.
I can see why people won't like it. I personally like it because I like Sam Raimi films like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And it is very similar to Evil Dead.
Okay. I actually quite enjoyed it. There are some parts we're going to talk about that I could say were kind of funny, and I don't think they were meant to be.
No, they are.
No, I'm not quite sure
are.
if they were.
They are. That's just Sam Raimi's style.
I actually really enjoyed the fact that we actually threw in there a little bit of that horror atmosphere. I will warn you, if you have small children, maybe skip this one.
This pushes PG-13.
There are a little bit of, I mean, they're soft, but there's a little bit of jump scares.
It pushes PG-13. There's a lot of almost gore.
No, I would say there is mild gore. I will give it mild gore because this is the first time we've seen death really addressed straightforward in Marvel.
Straightforward, yeah. Because
yes, in Infinity War we see everybody get dusted out, but those deaths really weren't that hurtful. Spider-Man was the most because he had to deal with the pain and keep recovering. There is a lot of death in this movie, but I think it needed it.
Yeah.
They all seemed very, very needed.
Impactful
is a very good way of impactful deaths. It helped really solidify how far into darkness Wanda had fallen. Really good storytelling with it.
I am so glad they took the direction that they did with Scarlet Witch, and that they hit it in the marketing. I was
dumbfounded. I really was. I was like, okay, so here's where we're seeing Wanda. We're gonna see the hero arc go over that. She's gonna start the hero, fall into darkness, and end back doing the right thing. I knew either way, Wanda was going to end up at the end doing the right thing. It's a Marvel property. We had to get to that point. I didn't expect from the get-go.
We started in darkness.
That she was just the villain.
Oh my god.
It was such a good twist, and it's so early.
It is very early.
But I'm glad it was, because we get to see from that point on just her mental struggle as she's fighting everybody else. It is so well done. And just like WandaVision, it does a good job showing Wanda's grief and showing her coming to terms with her grief.
Yeah. A lot of her arc is reactionary, and things just kind of happen around her.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the first time besides WandaVision and Westview, that she takes things into her own hands. But this time it's direct, whereas Westview was an after effect of what she did.
Westview really wasn't even necessarily that. Again, Westview, at least the start of it, more so is pushed into place because of Agatha. Remember, she's still just, that's more so still reaction. This is the first time she is just hands-on. I'm going to go ahead and take control of it. I'm going to get my kids back. I don't care who you are in front of me. I don't care what I have to do. And obviously they're going to love me because they love me in every other dimension. Spoiler alert, they do not love her.
What I found interesting was the kids didn't use their abilities.
Do they have them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe not in that universe, but like that's what if that's what you mean. Yeah. I found that interesting because like they could have.
I don't think they needed.
But I don't think they needed because it more grounded the like.
I'm gonna go on a tangent. I think I'm gonna explain what you're trying to say.
Okay.
I think if they had their powers, if they had used their powers, it would have pulled away from the moment and the redemption arc for Wanda.
Yeah.
Wanda, when she sees the absolute terror and fear in her children, who are absolutely appalled by the monster she's become, is what helps her realize that she has become this monster. Because she makes it clear to them that she would never kill somebody or hurt somebody. She's not a monster. And then she turns around and sees that she's almost killed herself. I guess that's the only way really to put that. And that she has up to this point been willing to sacrifice a teenager who she doesn't even know. She has nothing wrong with the teenager. She just wants her abilities.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with it.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that we do see, and America Chavez does understand that she can't win the fight.
Oh yeah.
She understands that and figures out real fast the best way to win the fight is to make Wanda see herself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very clever storytelling.
It's one of the first Marvel movies that doesn't end with a big fight.
No, it's a big fight.
I mean, it's not the big fight was at the start of the film.
That was one of the big fights.
Yeah.
There were a lot of big fights.
Yeah.
Wanda versus the Illuminati was kind of a weak fight. I mean, there were parts of it that I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, but it was overall a weak fight.
Oh yeah, but that's
very
the point.
horrifying scenes.
That's the point, though, is that it's supposed to like solidify how strong she is.
Well, no, and I get
it's a DPS check.
I get that, but you know what? In that universe, they're supposed to be pretty much the Avengers. Yes, they're called the Illuminati. They're running. They have Ultron working, and they're running the Ultron bots. Between Ultron bots and the Illuminati, the fight should have been a little bit more, not just a walkover. Because at that point now we're saying that Strange should never have lost at all, but never been captured, because Strange is almost equal to Wanda. Wanda's still stronger.
Yeah.
But they are very much close to the same plane of.
But their Strange was willing to go after he knew what he'd done.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Strange shouldn't have been captured as easily.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
And
616 Strange.
Correct. And then when he breaks out, it shouldn't have been as hard of a fight with him and Mordu. Because again, he's supposed to be about the same power level as Wanda. It should have been. That was a little bothering me. I will say the jump scare, even though I knew it was there, the jump scare while in Wanda's mind through Dr. Xavier, that one was, I mean, it was funny, but that one did catch me a little bit off guard.
It was funny to me because it hard cuts back to Xavier and he's like,
yeah, that's
so funny.
So the jump scare caught me a little bit, but the Xavier jump, I almost think it was there realistically just to help lighten it a little bit for everybody. Because that was a really funny cut, and there's no way they don't know that's a funny cut. I'm glad it's there. It really, again, this movie is doing a really good job of showing, the darkness that Wanda's going through. A lot of depression. The movie is really doing a lot of look at depression.
Yeah.
Especially when we're in trapped Wanda's mind and how she is legitimately just stuck and trapped away.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Theorizing. Wanda dead?
I don't know. Because, I don't know.
My opinion is she should be. This is a really good closing arc for this universe. Wanda doesn't mean it can't be another. We can't bring another one back. Now that we have America Chavez, it's easy to jump universes and bring people over if we want to, which is good for the Marvel Universe.
Yes and no. We'll circle back to that.
Okay. But I think it was such a good closing arc for Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think she's going to return and be fine for one main reason. You know what reason?
King?
She's extremely popular.
Yeah, that too.
She makes good money. So, I mean, we finally get to see her in the Scarlet Witch outfit. I think she was going to keep the title of Scarlet Witch because she is the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see, obviously not in Thor, but
it's got to be the next team-up film. I don't think it's got to be. It's got to be a team-up.
I think we're going to see her at least in some scene before that.
Maybe Ant-Man, Quantumania, maybe.
I could see it in Quantumania.
But I think Quantumania is going to lead to... Quantumania and Fantastic Four, I believe, are going to lead to the next team-up at the end of Phase 4.
The leader of the Fantastic Four...
Reed Richards. John Krasinski.
That death. Oh. Oh, God, that was horrifying, but it was so well done.
Illuminati fight scene is the closest thing we will ever get to a live-action... Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Okay, yeah, I agree to that. I mean, I really thought Captain Carter, when we were gonna slowly back out the camera and see that.
I hoped. I wanted to. I want an uncut.
Separation of body
release.
From legs.
I want an uncut release of this film. Oh, it'd be so good.
I do not think that was ever intended that they were going to show that cut.
Probably not. I mean, Black Bolt.
Black Bolt is a pretty horrifying death too, because that's a fear of a lot of people losing their mouths. Oh,
and then like his brain explodes.
Well, yeah, because he has nowhere to release the pressure, so backlogs. Oh,
it's so good.
Let's see. Oh, there was another question I wanted to bring up. America Chavez going forward.
Because of how she works and how her power is, I think she's going to be used exclusively in team-ups. I don't think she's ever going to get her own unless she gets a Disney Plus show where she's just exploring the multiverses.
Well, I'm curious if there's going to be a Disney Plus show, because I see... The problem with a lot of Marvel characters is when their comic series were out, they are overpowered for their own series.
Yeah.
When we bring them into this universe, the problem is a lot of them are too strong. Hence why Captain Marvel is always out saving the universe, because you can't have Superman in the regular regular area. I think we're going to see either Disney Plus show or a movie for her. And she's going to immediately leave the Sanctum and change universes, going and hunting for her moms.
I can see that.
I think we're going to just see it immediately go off.
I can see that. What we were circling back to about America Chavez and bringing people from other universes to 616. My fear is that it'll devalue the deaths and sacrifices of those characters that we bring different versions of over.
I can see that.
And I feel like that's why there wasn't a Tony Stark in the one universe with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And instead it was Reed Richards. I feel like that is the reason why.
I can see that. I will say, I think they need to be careful of who they bring back, but I think it's an easy way to bring in the X-Men.
It is
This is the
very
easy way to make the corrections to the Marvel Universe and bring in the X-Men.
Well,
and how,
as we already know, there's a whatever it's called, where the two universes collide. That was confirmed in the mid-credit scene that's happening. So we could be colliding with a universe that has all the mutants.
Oh, the incursion.
Incursion. I think we could be in with a universe that has mutants, and that could be a very easy way for them to bring them in.
I was surprised by that end credit scene.
Why?
Because it pretty much confirms another Doctor Strange movie
Yeah.
really early out. I figured we would see something, leading to one of the other movies coming more recently. Because
unless this is the team up.
I mean, it could be that's the heads up for the team up.
This could be the team up.
An early introduction.
Well, even then, Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out next year. We have 3 or 4 more films that have already been announced. Because there's Thor, Ant-Man, and Fantastic Four. And there's one in between Thor and Ant-Man. I can't remember what. Oh, the Marvels. And something else. I don't remember. I don't remember. Just put them up on screen.
Now I've got to find that.
Yep. This is one of the longer phases, but it's cleaning up from the end of phase 3 and starting phase 4. This is the start of the meat and potatoes of this saga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I did enjoy the Spider-Man jokes.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought they were funny.
Those were good. At least they referenced Spider-Man.
I was surprised, again, it was only a reference, since this really feels like it's not taking place too far time difference from...
It's gotta be like a couple months.
You think?
Yeah. It's gotta be a couple months.
But think of it this way, if it was a couple months, Strange would be probably a lot further on research of the multiverse. Because think, after the multiverse was pretty much torn apart by Spider-Man, he probably would have gone straight into studying, and as we've seen with Strange in the past, that it goes fast. It can't be that far.
Maybe a month. Car next to us moved and it scared me. Yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
I liked it. I like Sam Raimi films though. As one of my buddies pointed out to me, there's a lot more to talk about than there was as for like Black Widow and Spider-Man. Because in those films, everything's laid out in front of us.
Yeah.
Whereas this film, at the close, there's a lot still left open.
Yeah.
Like, who's the lady? What universe is the incursion with? What is America Chavez gonna do? What's Wong gonna do? What's Strange gonna do with his third eye now? Is Wanda alive?
I will say, I am really curious who this is who now has a sword to cut through the universe.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up after we're filming.
I mean,
and you can throw it in right there.
It's interesting that we now have a character who can open universes, but now have a separate character who can cut through them. And
I mean, yeah, I'm glad we name dropped the number for the MCU.
Yeah,
I'm glad that happened because like we've already had it confirmed in like books and stuff, but like never actually in material from the MCU. So I'm glad that finally happened.
Yeah. Overall, I was quite impressed with the movie. I meant to come back to this. I'm going to come back to it real fast. The scene of Wanda coming through the gong and coming back together, which you can see is very much it's a tribute to a horror movie. The CGI was really bad. I'm sorry. It looked really bad.
I don't know what. But like ever since Black Widow, the CGI has been like bad.
Well, no, I thought most of the CGI
like
in his movie was good.
But like the quality the overall average quality has dropped down. Because like in past Marvel films, there'd be like one or two discrepancies. Whereas like now, you can like, you know, like in the finale of Moon Knight, the suit comes over him, you can really tell. You can really tell. I saw somebody that said like they let Fortnite in the Moon Knight finale. So, yeah. Yeah.
But Strange taking over the Souls of the Damned in order to fight. The zombie Strange makeup was fantastic.
It was fantastic until he had to talk. It just looks off when he's talking, but he's wearing so much prosthesis that it makes sense.
For the most part, the makeup, even when he was talking, the makeup was fine. The problem is, I think we were too close of a shot.
Yeah.
I think if we were slightly further back, the framing would have been done better, and you wouldn't have been able to tell as much that, you know, there's a live person wearing prosthetics.
Yeah.
But the makeup itself, like
the makeup looked good. Yeah.
But again, you can see that there was a like horror makeup artist that was hired on for it, which is what they should have done.
Yep.
But the lighting was too light, so they spent too long on him. That by the end of the fight, yeah, you can start telling that, you know, it's a plastic face, but hey, it was a really good makeup. Again, just we should have said a bit look further back or a darker scene, but overall, really happy with it. Excited to buy it. Maybe come see it again because it was really well done.
I'm gonna see it again. If you're a fan of Evil Dead, you're gonna love this film.
This was, in my opinion, a lot better than Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is very, what's the term? For when fans get what they want. Fan service. Spider-Man is very fan service, where this is just meat and potatoes, bro.
This full-on felt like they had a story they wanted to tell, and it didn't matter how they were going to tell it. They were going to tell that story.
Yeah.
It was a good story. So, recommend it. Again, little ones, be very cognitive. Be very cognitive of what is going on if you take little ones with you. Your hands might come in handy to block the eyes because there are a couple scenes. But it doesn't go too far into the horror, but it does touch into it because these are dark. This is a darker movie, but it was a really well done movie.
I hope we get more genre, not specific, like focused MCU films.
Okay.
Because this was really good.
This was really good. But anyways, it's been fun.
It's been real.
Which means it's been real fun. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.